This week, on a totally impartial That Weekend Though, we're talking about Tottenham's glorious victory over Chelsea. The clash of the title race also ran, saw Maurizio Sarri's side lose their unbeaten Premier League status, with the Chelsea boss describing his side as poor physically, mentally, technically and tactically. But just how deep do the problems run at Stamford Bridge? Well, up top, Alvaro Morata has been flagged offside 18 times this season. That's more than the entire Bournemouth team. And at the back, David Luiz has made fewer tackles than Theo Walcott. A record he was clearly keen to keep intact as he kindly stepped aside for Son to score Spurs third. But perhaps the biggest problem at Chelsea is at the base of their midfield, as Tottenham's high press exposed the defensive deficiencies of short pass master Jorginho. If only the Blues had a ready-made replacement in the shape of a world-class defensive midfielder with a history of winning Premier League titles. Well, to discuss this and a whole lot more with me today, Jonny Nelson is here and Rhys James is with me. And Rhys, let's start with you. Last time you were on, you said that Liverpool are going to be City's closest title challengers. You now realise you were wrong and it is in fact Tottenham.
I realise I am wrong and it is in fact no one. City are going to win the league easily again. They're the best team by miles because they've got two starting 11s that could win the league. And no one else has that kind of squad depth. Liverpool are the closest to having it, but Spurs certainly don't have it. As much as I like Oliver Skip, if he's on your bench, you're not going to win the league.
Well, let's talk Chelsea though, because surely squad depth is an issue there. Because why on earth would David Luiz get anywhere near that starting 11?
Absolutely no idea. I mean, he's not quite as bad as people kind of say he is. At the end of the day, when you make glaring errors like he does, you're always going to keep someone under a microscope. The game yesterday just showed how important those kind of errors can be. But I don't know, he's just always been a bit of a flamboyant player, so people are very easy and very quick to have a pop.
I think that's the problem. I think part of it's down to his look, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, he looks very casual in football, in grooming. You know, he looks like I can't be asked to make it. Roll out of bed, just play a bit of football. And when I say a bit, I mean a bit.
The tiniest amount.
The tiniest amount of football.
A free kick every couple of years just to keep the zeros at the end of his contract.
Yeah.
But Rhys, Chelsea made it easy for Tottenham as well, didn't they? I mean, they played Kante out of position as they've been doing all season, and they didn't do anything to stop Spurs shutting Jorginho down.
No, not at all. It's like they just seen that. It was quite clear that's what we were going to do early on. Dele Alli just sat on top of Jorginho for basically the whole game. And they were just like, all right, they didn't change the tactics. There was nothing, it didn't seem like anything changed at half time. But the fact it just took one team to do it and then the next team just went, we'll do the same thing, and it worked. They surely have to just all they've got to do is just swap those positions again and it'll be fine.
It's early days. At the end of the day, Chelsea still had a really good start to the season and they were unbeaten in the first 12 games. When you lose a game, everyone's going to start picking holes in what's gone wrong, and I wouldn't expect Kante to be playing where he's playing for much longer.
We've heard from Rhys, we've heard from Jonny, now it's time to hear from you. Thanks for getting in touch with your questions. Rhys, Luke from Bristol wants to know, is Son underrated outside of Tottenham fans?
Thanks for asking, Luke. I was in Bristol last night. Son is, I don't know, maybe he's underrated. I only speak to Tottenham fans, famously, so I only speak to people who rate him very highly.
Jonny, Sam from Kensington wants to know, is time running out for Morata?
Absolutely. We can only hope so anyway. He's never set the world alight since he's been at Chelsea. He doesn't have the confidence and he's completely kind of lost the plot nowadays, the amount of time he spends offside. I think it just doesn't suit the system. Didn't do it last year, doesn't do it this year. I can't see anything changing.
Rhys, Kelly from Manchester says, is Eriksen the most important piece of Poch's puzzle?
All the P's? No, the answer is no. 2 words, Moussa Sissoko. Don't know if you've watched Tottenham for the last 6 years, no, but this year, Sissoko has really stepped into that Dembele role fantastically because no one knows how to manage him because he doesn't know what he's doing. His limbs are all over the place. He's like one of those things outside a car wash that's going like that. It's just like, what's going to happen next? Basically, Tottenham's not a puzzle, okay, would be my point, Kelly. It's a painting of the Last Supper and Harry Kane is Jesus.
It's that part of the show where our two guests go head-to-head and present an unpopular opinion about the opposition team. They have 30 seconds in which to convince me that their opinion is the correct one. Tottenham won yesterday, so Rhys, you go first. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Chelsea are the 3rd best team in London. Number 1, Spurs, obviously. Number 2, I don't know, Charlton. Obviously, it's Arsenal. And that's how you know I care about this, because I'm willing to compliment Arsenal to make this point. What I'm saying is Chelsea started strong, but we're seeing the cracks appear in Chelsea's team. They're all over the place. They don't have an out-and-out striker. Arsenal have got 2. They're sport awful choice having to play one out of position. Aubameyang on the wing, what's going on? But they don't need him. Also, you signed Jorginho, and there was a big thing about that, but then all you got to do is put a player on top of him, and he's out of the game. Arsenal, Torreira, the silent assassin, doing amazingly, and no one's even talking about it. No one's figured him out.
Time is up. Powerful stuff. Jonny.
Didn't know Arsenal was so good from a Tottenham fan. It's good to hear.
You have a right of reply, of course. Your 30 seconds starts now.
2014 to 2018, gilded era for Tottenham and Pochettino, but this, my friend, is as good as it gets. 0 trophies in that time, and you can't expect any more. It's clear that their finances are going to be going elsewhere in the coming years, and they haven't changed their team in like 2, 3, 4 years. I can't expect anything's coming your way. And you know what? As a Tottenham fan, you've got to be happy with that.
You just let the clock run out.
How much more time do I have?
3,
Unbelievable.
2, 1.
I was happy enough.
People said that about Harry Redknapp, mate, and now he's in the jungle.
He is in the jungle.
And let me tell you, Jonny, I cannot and will not accept that it's over for Tottenham. I think this is just the beginning of a glorious era. Rhys, well argued, Chelsea the 3rd best team in London. Rhys, you're the winner.
Yes,
Jonny Nelson,
come on.
You face the pressure challenge. Jonny, you lost, so you will face the pressure challenge. Are you ready?
No.
Let's do this. Your time starts now. Spell Hazard backwards.
D-R-A-Z-A-H.
Correct. Who played in more Premier League wins, Joe Cole or Didier Drogba?
Didier Drogba.
Incorrect. How many players did Chelsea have out on loan to the nearest 10?
30.
Incorrect. Name a current Premier League Jonny.
Pass.
Who scored more goals as a substitute, Jermaine Defoe or Olivier Giroud?
Olivier Giroud.
Incorrect. Time's up. Jonny, you got 1. Jonny, 1 point puts you joint bottom of the league table. How'd you feel?
I've been better. I've been worse.
Thank you very much for Jonny Nelson. Thanks to Rhys James. We'll see you for Tottenham Arsenal.